Hey y'all, this is a video I'm making about a D2350 Mitsubishi tractor. The problem is that the engine oil level continues to rise, thus something is getting into the engine oil. We ruled out the diesel and coolant, so it seems to be the hydraulic oil getting in there. The place where this would be happening is the hydraulic gear pump, which is mounted on the side of the engine. Likely the hydraulic seals are bad, and at high pressures the hydraulic fluid is squeezing out through the pump into the engine. I'm gonna try to tackle this today. I bought a new pump. So this is the pump, and then a gasket from Valley Power. And from what I'm looking, what I'm gonna need is a 13 millimeter wrench, 10 millimeter wrench, and a 13 millimeter socket. There's not much literature or really support on these tractors whatsoever. There is an engine service manual, which is pretty hard to obtain for the K4 engine, and then there's also a parts diagram manual for these things, which is pretty helpful. The hydraulic pump is located right here. This is it. These are the 13 millimeter bolts. Underneath are the 10 millimeter bolts. This is where the hydraulic fluid comes out. This is where it comes in. And as you can see, it's mounted right on the side of the block. So the seals in here are somehow bad and getting into the oil. The hydraulic oil is getting into the engine, so we don't want that. So I'll let you know how it goes here. All right, so this is the old pump that I pulled out. You can see that its seal looks a little messed up. And then this is the new one. So it looks like our diagnosis was correct. A couple things to note on this removal. These bolts you don't have to take them all the way out. Just leave them in here because they'll bottom out against the alternator. And also make sure you turn off the power, because this will have a hot wire going to it. So disconnect the negative terminal. That's what the inside looks like. All right, so I installed the new hydraulic pump. I actually preferred this hydraulic pump as far as installation goes, because they left room for a 13 millimeter wrench to fit in here, which was unlike the other one. So this, and having a bendable ratcheting 13 millimeter made the installation pretty quick and easy, just using this one tool. Also, I noticed when installing this, the shaft going out of the hydraulic pump into the motor gears was a good bit longer than the original. I called White Horse Distribution in Canada. They picked up and said it should be fine. They asked me to measure the depth in here. I did. It seemed like there was plenty of room for it. So now I'm gonna try to start this tractor here in a second, and once I fill it up with engine oil again, because obviously you have to drain out all the oil because there was hydraulic fluid in it, so I'm gonna change the filter and do an oil change and possibly flush the hydraulic oil, and hopefully this baby starts up. I did prime this pump. I filled it with hydraulic fluid before I started, and also I had to use some cloth and pliers to get the spline of this hydraulic pump to mesh with the internal gears in here. So you have to turn it a little bit to get it to mesh correctly to actually go into the motor. So hopefully this helped you guys, and hopefully this guy will start up. Also, this little thing is really handy for all your nuts and bolts because they get easily lost when you're taking them out. Looks like we might be in business. So I hope y'all learned something from this.